Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio, and today we've got Tom in the chair. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Good. So what are we doing today? What's the plan?
Shorter, I think.
Okay.
You'll see I've got bald patches underneath from my alopecia. So
Okay.
I'm kind of running out of options of how to style my hair.
Right, okay, no worries. Let's have a little look then before we do anything. And how long have you been living with this for?
All my life, I think.
Have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
fell out first when I was in primary school. Had kind of a bit of a bald patch at the top.
Is that a bit there?
Yeah.
The top there, yeah. Okay.
And then kind of grew back, fell out again, grew back, fell out again.
Okay.
I've kind of just got comfortable having long hair to cover it.
Yeah. You'd never know looking at your hair like this right now.
I mean, years of kind of styling it to cover it, but yeah.
Are you still wanting to cover it? Is that the key thing?
Ideally, I would cover it.
Okay.
I don't mind a little bit kind of showing on the sides or whatever. It's more kind of the top and the back. Right. Keep covered.
Okay. Do you have a specific style that you want?
I was going to kind of see if any kind of fringe is possible. I mean, I've got quite a big forehead, and I kind of wanted it to cover the forehead a bit. But
do you want to come forwards, or do you want it to come more like this?
Kind of forward, I'm thinking. But with the one at the top, I'm used to kind of slicking it back to cover it. So
have you had a fringe before?
I have had a fringe kind of before it fell out and this bit again.
Yeah. Did you still have it? Did you have hair around here at the time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's probably why the fringe worked. I'll be honest with you, to have a fringe coming forwards, we'd have to be looking at what we can do at the back and sides.
Sure.
Because there's a couple of options with a fringe. You either do something like a kind of mod wolf cutty kind of look, or obviously we have to take the back and side shorter. Sure. Now obviously back and sides with the level of alopecia you've got through the left hand side especially, that's going to be very hard to try and to accommodate into that style. You know what I mean? Let me show you a couple of hairstyles though. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm thinking. This is the sort of thing you can do to maintain sort of length within the haircuts, just as an idea, right? So that's essentially what we call a wolf cut, right? Something along the lines of that you could probably try and pull off against something like that. Do you know what I mean? So if you notice what they're doing there, they're covering the hairline, right? I think that's probably the better way of covering your hairline over than cutting in like a full fringe. Sure. Just because I think we could probably get away with keeping something like them kind of along that lines. It would change the look of what you've got now, because at the moment it looks to me like you've got almost like a 90s kind of vibe going on, you know, very top heavy, bit short around the bottom. That's what it looks like to me. But I just think it's a good idea to kind of explore that option before we explore something where we can't go back. Sure. You know? Sure. Again, I'd love to do something like that, but I don't know if I've got the free reign around the edges to do something like that, because that could be a good option as well. I would never want to expose it if I didn't need to, if you get what I mean. I always think it's worth trying to do something different first, like creating a different kind of style, but incorporating things that you like more than just going for something that there's no going back on, you know? Maybe even something like that potentially. Yeah. I think they're probably a good option to go for, you know, to kind of create something, maybe even something along the lines of that, just as an idea. I mean, what are your thoughts looking at these kind of styles? Are these something that you'd want to do you think?
Yeah, I like the wolf cut idea. I think that would look good. It's more that if it covers these bits, my hairline won't look quite as bad. So yeah, I think that's quite a good idea.
It's a very, very easy thing to do as well. That easy. I mean, if you're used to having longer hair as well, it's very easy to kind of work with too. So, well, I think let's just do a wolf cut that we can try and incorporate everything that we need to incorporate in there. Would you be okay if we incorporated something with a bit more length at the back? Yeah. And took the sides a bit shorter. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, matches your outfit, man. It suits your vibe and everything. So I think it would work quite well. I think we just tailor it to what we can with what we're working with. Yeah. Let's just get a bit creative. That's what we can do. Yeah. All right, cool, man. Well, let's garn you up, and then I'll give it a rinse for you. All right. Right, guys. So Tom's hair's been shampooed and conditioned. Now we've just been talking. Then I don't know if Liam caught this on camera. I don't think he did. But you were talking about your last bob has been clipper in the sides, haven't it, to make it a bit more edgy, right? I was thinking, good idea actually, because it does make it edgier with this wolf cut as well. It could be really good. I just think, more than going as high as you have done, which then does, like you said, you normally like it a week later, don't you? I think that's probably because of how drastic the difference is from the top and everything else. If we were to maybe do it where it's being shaved up to here now, what about if we were to do it to about here and just do a proper taper? And that way I think you would still notice it, because the way the fringe drops down, it almost falls into the clipper work. I just think it would look really nice. And then we can add loads of texture to the back, because we're going to keep a lot of length through the hair. So we can create a nice little bit of wave and movement in there. I think that would really help. Yeah, so I think it could make it a bit edgier for you as well, with, you know, and let's just see what goes with that as well. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Cool, man. Sweet. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start by working on the back and sides. The top's going to get cut last. So I'm going to work on a horseshoe. Now this will let me see it properly, right? The full extent of what we're working with. But I'm not particularly worried because I've got a lot of hair to play with, and Tom's hair's been long for a while by the looks of it, so he's comfortable having that. And I think putting a wolf cut in is only going to alter the sort of length, but we're still keeping length in there, so it's still going to be able to cover what we need to cover, and still be able to have a nice style as well. So how long have you lived with your alopecia for now then?
So first fell out when I was in primary school, so I would have been about 8 years old, I think.
Right, okay. Do you remember it like vividly, or?
I remember my parents being worried,
yeah,
but I didn't really notice because it was at the back, so I never really saw the problem.
Yeah, you don't care at 8, do you?
No.
You know, hair's nothing, is it, when you're 8?
It was only then when I was kind of older and at college that it fell out at the side.
Yeah.
And I kind of went for the full, I'll just shave it all off.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the worst thing I could have done because then the patches couldn't be hidden anymore.
Yeah, but also the patches, unless you're shaving it, you can still see the patches when it's short, can't you? You can still see them, yeah. And how do you think it's shaped? How would you say it's shaped you as a person? Would you say it's changed, maybe potentially, maybe your confidence or self-esteem or anything like that?
Yeah, my confidence took a big hit when I was a teenager. You really care about everyone and everything at that age and what they think of you.
People quite cruel. Would you have a cruel comment or?
Yeah, I mean, when I shaved it, kind of people then noticed that there was a problem.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, things just kind of bounce off me now.
I
mean, I've got 2 kids, so I kind of, I'm not going to really care what anyone thinks about me.
No, that's good, mate. I'm good. You do seem very chilled, mate. When I met you for the first time, you just seemed like I didn't have a care in the world, mate. Which is great. Oh, I wish I was like that, man. Again, visual tutorial now. All right, so I'm going to be working with what I can to create this finish. Again, we're going to be trying to incorporate this little bit of clipper work into this haircut as well. And I can see where they've gone to. I can see why that's happened, right? But I want to try and make this stand out a little bit more. Take this, so this falls probably to about the bottom of the ear. I think it'll be a good one, because in that way we can really graduate it like this into the front. Now we've done this panel on the sides, this is where I'm going to start to frame the face a bit more now. So I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to use the shortest point. Let's cut to the top there, like that. So that all falls in, right? That's what I'm looking to try and achieve, is that face frame, okay? You see, starting to come in like that, because then as we push that across, that taper would look really nice, with this falling down like that. Now, I'm going to move on to 3 finger width sections now, because we want to maintain a lot of length, right? But I really, really want to break it up. There you go, there's our guide. Again, creating that over direction. So we, with the hair that you've been having, the cut that you've been having, what were you asking for at the time?
Kind of trimming the back, the sides, and then shaving kind of the sideburn bits.
Yeah.
And the barber I go to is kind of really good at kind of trying to alter it to covering the patches. But yeah, as I say, I kind of always leave thinking my hairline looks a lot worse.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's just because I didn't know what to ask for. I kind of didn't get my hair cut for quite a while. In lockdown, I had hair all the way down to the bottom of my back.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah. Kind of dyed the ends of it blonde as well when I kind of lockdown
Jason Momoa style, yeah. Nice little balayage in lockdown, yeah. Who did that for you?
I did it myself.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
What, like a dip dye job kind of thing? Yeah.
I was stuck at home, I was bored.
I don't blame you, mate.
My girlfriend hated it.
Did she?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull this over, and there's my guide just there. There we go. So you can see, look, I'm still preserving the length. We're still going to be working with the same kind of shapes. We've still got the same movement, right? Make this sit how I want it to here. So there's my little guide there. I'm going to work to. Pull it behind the ear. Shortest point to the top. Take some length off the nape, just so it's all sitting in level. That's what I want. I want them kind of flicks. See, and the flicks kind of hide what we're trying to cover, really, because the flicks are still there. I'm just going to break up these corners here, just so it all falls in nicely. So the shape's starting to change, as you can see, right? Still got nice coverage, okay? So the thicker parts, what I'm going to look at, razoring. And just be really careful of where I pick, just to what sort of finish I want to do. But that's starting to really bring out that nice bit of wave in your hair all the way through them. You see, it's starting to give it a little bit of something. Now, how short would you be happy to go on the sideburns?
As short as you recommend. I say before I was kind of shaving it to a 0.5, I think.
Oh, sweet. So, yeah.
As short as you think.
Cool, yeah, that'd be ideal. Yeah, all right, sound. Then it's just a nice way to sort of change this look around and just make it a bit more edgy, like you said. I'm just not going as high, just keeping everything a bit lower down. Now let's cut the top end now. So you see, when we section the top off, we focus purely on the back and side. So as you can see, anything that I'm cutting off now is not going to alter the back and side. It's not going to expose it more or anything else. The bit of the crown here, no biggie really. It's still going to have a lot of length on the top, so it's still going to look good. But again, we've done everything we need to do on the back and sides. This top bit here is not going to affect how the back and sides fall. It's going to look better, because again, we can frame the face, we can add that movement, that texture, and we're still maintaining coverage. So. Right, let me dry this off now, using a diffuser I'm going to use, just to really bring out as much texture as I can. The blow dry lotion is just going to give it a little bit more volume, heat safe as well. It's good to use a hairdryer with. Now I'm going to do this just a little bit sort of on a slight diagonal part and just very natural like this, okay, just so it falls in like that, okay.
I can see how much better it looks already.
It does look like a natural style, doesn't it, as well, which is good. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. So medium speed, medium heat. We'll start at the top first, okay? So I want you to lean your head down for me, just let your hair drop forward, so a bit more. And just put it on, just break it in circles, just to build up a bit of volume. I'm letting gravity help me on this one. So I'm trying it with it hanging downwards. This is a good thing you can do as well. Now, take your head over for me this way. So tilt it right over, that's great. Let that drop in. So again, we're working with that wave. There we go. And just let it fall back in. So pull this back over like that. Bring the back out. And bring that style in. And that is how easy that hairstyle is to recreate, because it's so heavily cut in. You're not left with long strands everywhere. It's all got like a nice graduation, nice balance. And then just by blow drying that in, do you think your hairline just looks a lot more fuller? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously you can just pull these bits together like that, and that showcases that little bit of fade. So you could even just let it fall and hang over, and then that way you'll get that nice little bit of taper going on through the sideburns, which aren't, you know, it's not drastic. It's just enough that it just shows it off a little bit more, and then just pull these bits out like that to get the flicks. And honestly, you'd never even know, mate. You'd never even know.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing for you to see is this with your outfit on today, all right? Because of the gown, it ruins it, right? But this is a very trendy haircut for a guy who looks extremely trendy. So put that back on there. Look at how different it looks with the outfit that you've got on.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks very different, doesn't it, you know? So I'll just show what it looks like from the back. If you just hold this mirror for me, and then through the back, you can't see anything of what's going on underneath because we've worked at the curl and the wave, and we've cut enough texture in and dried the product in that gives you that fullness that you can't even tell, and even through the top, because of where we've parted it. Again, I'll spin you around that way. You can barely see it, mate.
Oh yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Different to what you thought it would be when you walked in here?
I don't know what I was going to go for. I was kind of ready to work with anything, I think.
Yeah.
This is kind of better than what I could have pictured.
I think compared to what you had, I think this is going to be so much easier for you, you know, to start, because it's just about letting it do its own thing with its own texture. So the look is so bang on trend. Like the messier, the more flicks, the more flow, as we call it, the better it is. So it's probably the perfect time with what you've got going on now to be able to do it.
Right.
But I think the front looks great, like really does. It's manageable.
Same.
It's doable. Yeah. Awesome, man. Here you go, Tom. All done for you, bud.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, mate. Thank you, mate. And thanks for sharing your story about your alopecia as well. It's never every day you meet somebody who's willing to talk about it, so we appreciate it as well. Thank you very much.